Hi traders, welcome to a wrap up of Thursday the 20th of October. So I started today's chart with a bit of a bias to the downside. When you look at the dailies chart, we are in an uptrend, but it's hit its head, like I said yesterday, on this resistance area and actually pulled back yesterday. So I thought there was a chance that the sellers were likely to continue for at least a certain period anyway. So what we did is we started off today. We bounced between a couple of power points here. You see we're bouncing around this yesterday's close line as well, so the market didn't really know what it wanted to do to start off with. We had a couple of announcements at 10 o'clock here, so you can see the market's shot up. That's the news candle there, and pushed up a little bit higher there. Then the sellers started to come back in. So if you're real keen on the sellers, I suppose once you got underneath this yesterday's close, this power point here, fading that towards the lows and to break and make lower, even though it would have got stopped out, it might have been a bit of an alright chance. So then it's popped back up here, and then the buyers have just got. Like I said, there was a bias I thought on the downside, so that the buyers just couldn't push through for the day. Once again, it's jumped back down underneath this yesterday's close. This particular power point here, this is probably almost the fade of the day, and you can see the market's pushed through that quite easily, bounced back a bit, and then it's just fallen away. So this particular fade, opportunity there to get 4 to 6 points out of that one, but a really good area, especially if you've got a sell bias. And then from there the sellers just came, pushed down. All markets were selling obviously really heavily. Seen a yellow, turned the market around here. So that's a first yellow that's worked in a while. So markets pop back up to this purple here. So this particular purple would be a very tough one to sell, because we are on the overall. We've got a daily long on the long side. The chances are, with these type ones, you kind of want to go with the daily trend. So even though the sellers are around, I wouldn't be too confident in selling this one off. So it did pop back a bit off it, but then it did push back up and end up pushing through that purple. So then we came to this power point here. So this is a bit of a one where, if the sellers wanted to come back in and take control, it's that second pullback power point, which quite often works. Or on the other side, if the buyers were around and really wanted to take back control, this is one where they would have pushed through. In the end, the sellers took over, so once again the sellers are still around. Another one of these greens pushing through and not holding up the market. I think this is about the 6th one in a row now that's failed. So the market is lately has been quite easily pushing through these greens. Just means that the trends are continuing. Basically, they don't have any power to hold up the market at the moment. So the market made new cash lows, pushed it a little bit lower. We then approached lunch here. A pretty volatile lunch. We didn't really stop for lunch. The market continued on. You can see right at the middle of the day then, all of a sudden there's a switch from the sell side to the long side, and this is where the buyers definitely came in. So I guess, considering this area here, this is probably the last resistance area for the sellers. So once the market, especially this power point here, this second one here, it pushed up really quite easily through that, and then continued up through that previous resistance. So this is an indicator that definitely the buyers are back for the day, and the market's continuing to push up. So actually there was two opportunities we looked to get on for the day, and this was the first one here. Basically there was a power point, a green power point sitting down here, which the market didn't quite get to. So the platinum room was actually closed for the night, but the normal trading room was open, and we had an order on here to take the power point long. It ended up coming one tick from within the power point and shooting back up. I know quite a few members did take that power point on one tick earlier, so it's good to see a lot of members actually did get 2-3 points out of this particular area, but officially as a room trade just missed it. But probably the power point of the day. You can see the buyers are definitely around. It's heading back towards this yesterday's close with broken previous resistance. There's nothing slowing these buyers down at the moment, and there was a quick pullback, so it's always going to be a really good area to take advantage of. So just missed out on that. It's pushed up. It's bounced a little bit off this yellow here, but ended up pushing straight through and breaking this yesterday's close. So what the market's doing now, it's looking to go back up and have a go at the cash market high. So the cash market high was about here. So you can see pretty much the market's come up, broken the cash market high, had a bit of a rest there, and pulled back. Okay, and this is another one of these purples here. The market has bounced off it. You would have actually got 2 points out of this purple here. So that one's going with the trend, so not a bad one to look at, I suppose. But in the end, the sellers did come back for a little bit. We kind of got bit of sideways movement here. It consolidated for a while, which you'll quite often see after two major trends. We had a downtrend for the morning, an uptrend for the afternoon. Now we're just seeing the market go sideways and get quite choppy for a bit. So a bit of an area there to avoid, just waiting for the market to give us an indicator of what it wants to do. So then we so at this stage here, you can see this buyers starting to come back in. On all the other indices, the buyers were certainly starting to come back as well, so there's a real chance that it was looking like the market was going to go back and make high highs. So this was the second opportunity we looked to take advantage of. So it was actually a 5-minute buy, which didn't quite come up here. In the end, it was just short of triggering on the predictive side, but we're looking to enter that particular trade right about here, and then you can see the market shot up, and shot up about 6 points. So really close opportunity on a 5-minute buy there. It's the kind of one where I'll bring it up with the 5-minute chart, where it was basically that candle or no candle. The next candle meant it was going to push through and the opportunity was going to be gone, because we're actually quite near the highs. So I guess if you're really confident it was going to work, you'd almost take it, even though officially the signal didn't come. But very close there to getting a 5-minute buy, which would have worked really well. So the market's pushed back up. Once again, it's made higher highs as far as the cash market's concerned. It's jumped up to this yellow here. The yellow has turned the market round, and then pretty much has gone sideways for the rest of the afternoon there. So overall, a couple of really good trends and a couple of really good opportunities. Unfortunate not to have any winning trades, but overall a good day. I'll just bring over the 5-minute chart. Okay, so on the 5-minute chart, ignore those arrows there. I don't know why they've come up. There was actually just one particular signal, and that was here. Okay, so there's a sell right here, very close to taking this sell. I know a lot of members in the trading room actually did take this particular sell, especially because we had a bias to the downside. So basically the market's come down a little bit. It's popped back up because of those news candles, and as I said, the buyers just didn't take control, and it started to pop back down again. A little bit of a rough entry, quite a volatile entry. In the end, why we left it, but definitely, as far as the 5-minute sell is concerned, a good one to be looking at, especially if you thought the market was going to go down and break lower lows, which was definitely a possibility. And this particular one actually would have went 10 points if you're prepared to hold on to it for that long. I think a few members definitely got about 6 points out of it, which was really good to see. So that was the only sell for the day. Then the only other one that I was talking about earlier was this particular one here, right here. We're looking to place a buy order at the end of that candle there. The predictive just didn't quite switch up enough, and like I said, by the time the next candle had closed, it's well and truly made higher highs and gone past the highs of the day, so you could no longer take that as an official signal. But if you're really keen on this, you could probably just about get in a little bit early and taken it there. The market was always looking like it was going to make higher highs there, and had the other indices backing it up as well. Righto. Thanks, and that's the wrap up for the day.